Good morning and welcome back to day 2 of the Dubai Invite. Of course, here in Dubai. Where else would the Dubai Invite be? You're watching on ULTI.TV. Thank you for joining us. Today's matchup, we'll see the Ultimate Junkies taking on AFT Ultimate. A couple of teams that fared not in the upper echelon of performance yesterday, but are swinging it out nonetheless. My name's Stefan Rapazzo, alongside Christina Varghese. Christina, welcome to the booth. How are you doing this morning?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. It's a nice sunny day in Dubai. What is the temperatures today?
Oh, I don't know, but it's hot.
It is hot. That's the forecast.
Starting hot, expected hotter as the day goes on. Now, you know a thing or two about these teams, more particularly AFT Ultimate.
That's right. I used to play for them for a bit, and I've officially retired, but I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure and honor to have you in. We've been very lucky to have a revolving door of local talent and personality coming through and helping us out and providing some color to the broadcast. So, yet super happy to have you as part of this revolving door of guests. And yeah, we're gonna, as we said, AFT had a tough day yesterday. I think that they're a team that are on the rise, developing their building their club, building their skills. Yesterday they did play 3 games, unfortunately fared on the wrong side of the result for 3 of them. While Ultimate Junkies played 3, they did get away with a sneaky universe point win in one of their games, and their other 2 were losses as well. So this is the lower side of the bracket to start the morning. I guess the penalty of losing on Saturday is waking up early on Sunday.
Absolutely. I think both teams, one unique feature about both teams is that we both have our home ground in Zabil Park, which is where we do our training. So these are familiar faces that are meeting each other today. Both are Dubai-based teams.
They all know each other well.
Absolutely, yes.
No strangers out here, no love lost. Just doing it again. Playing a local game in their local town, but you know, this time they're at the 7 Stadium, and this time they're on stream. So
a little bit of pressure there.
We've got people at home watching, and these ones stay on the internet forever. I don't know if you watched yesterday's games. We had some great ones, but one that will be on the internet forever and will likely be clipped up and memed today is the face block famous.
Oh, Val from Tiki Taka.
Yeah, poor guy, but it was awesome. So we'll be watching out for that. And first throw is a bobble, so a very short field. Canso picks up, kicks it out to the far sideline. Sebi.
Great.
And they get it straight back. All right, AFT now from their end zone. Ooh, and try to get the swing. Unfortunately, it lands right on the line, so another short field for Ultimate Junkies. Galvez on the pickup. Ooh, now he goes for the hard fake, hits the inside, and lands with Baldastaman Salingue for the goal. A little bit of a slow start. A couple
I think everyone's just
fields.
Waking up, maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, we need an espresso distributor on the sideline. Get
that
the caffeine
would be amazing.
cooking. No, I think for everybody. I think this is the only stage of the day I could have a hot drink as well.
Yeah, that's true. Before it gets even hotter.
Yeah. So how do you deal with the heat? So you live in Dubai.
Yes. I think we just run in and out of AC. So you park really close to where you're going, and then just make a sprint for it.
Beelines, run to the door.
But that said, once you're training in the heat and you build up to it, it doesn't feel as threatening or as heavy.
So conditioning will help you out in the end.
Absolutely, yes.
All of you watching online, thanks for joining nice and early. Make sure you hit that like button. Go on and subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. but in every sense. Thanks for being with us bright and early as AFT pick up and get going from the sideline. Inbound throw, that goes to Mohan. And then up the line, Sebastian. Winds up the backhand and sends the big one.
Oh.
Sedij can't quite get the mitts around it. Valeri Sedij?
Sede, yes.
Sede.
Yes.
A big fella. We saw him last night at
is one of our taller players.
at the soiree. Inside
How
throw.
was that?
It was fun. It was at a Irish bar, of course, very Emirati. That was a nice place. Outdoor pub, which is a bit unique in itself, but it fit perfectly. It was really great. We had a nice big round table amongst all the teams and members who were there, so it was a true social. Everybody was really mixing it up and having a mingle.
That's one of the good parts of Ultimate, I think, is the companionship and the friendships you make along the way. And the social is a big part of that.
Woo! Look at that hammer right on the spot. I think it's Arun Sebastian underneath it to finish.
That's right.
But a beauty hammer. You're absolutely right about the social part of the sport. It is. I think it's the greatest recruiting tool in our sport. Everybody loves
having a good time.
Oh yeah, that was James on the hammer, and he dropped that one right on top of Mr. Arun Sebastian. But yeah, good recruiting. How did you find Ultimate then in Dubai?
So our team, the AFT Ultimate, we were just playing with a Frisbee in the park. And then it's actually the Junkies who saw us and were like, what are you doing? That's not how you play. They're actually our mentors and they taught us a lot. And then we grew from there, just a couple of disc heads, as you will. And yeah, this is the team we have now.
And what does AFT mean? Is it?
It actually stands for Arabian Fit Trekkers. So we started from a love of hiking in the mountains of Ras Al Khaimah, which is another emirate.
Okay.
And so it was a bunch of avid hikers who started the team. We've grown from there, but we kept the name.
All right. Fit Trekkers. I like it. Okay, so Junkies will bring the disc to the brick mark. That one in the hands of Ian Kapoor. Nice inside throw, finds Jazil. And the next throw crumbles to the ground. The big shot fires up. I don't think. No, not quite going to get there.
He tried that one.
The throw was towards Nikhil, but not quite enough on the throw.
That's right.
Here comes Kapoor again to put it into play. Up the line, no problem, 20 meters. Ooh, and there's the old flub, the fake. And I'm deciding to turn it into a fake right at the last minute. And, well, the hand wasn't cooperating. There's Nikhil.
Back to James.
Oh,
and will he stick it?
Oh, great take by Nikhil. You gotta love that. That is a break for AFT to go ahead. First break of the game, 2-1, and a glorious sky take. I thought Junkies, Kapoor had position there, and Nikhil just took it away. Here's the replay. Kind of starts and ends with Nikhil there. And you see Kapoor is there first. Goes up first too, but Nikhil just a bit of a better position. And maybe jumped a little bit higher that time.
So the Junkies are a club that have been formed in Dubai for quite some time, and they are predominantly Filipino, but they have people from all over, and one of their strengths is that they train really hard. They have beach training and, so they have also gone for a lot of MENA tournaments, and they usually come with a very strong big squad. Yeah.
Like, how many people between either of these teams or both? Like, how this team here today, AFT is probably only about 14, 15, but the whole club, is it much bigger than that?
It is generally, that's the squad. We pick and choose because we get a lot of newbies who are into the sport and want to see what it's all about.
Okay.
So a lot of them are not quite ready for a tournament yet.
Oh, through the hands there. Okay, so you're still getting some tournament ready.
Yes, so there's a lot of developing players and talent coming up.
Wonderful. And by on the other side of the coin, Ultimate Junkies, as we watch this one go first, deep shot. Oh, hit him right in the hands. And the hands just let him down. It came in hot, but Zernej could not hang on to that one. On the flip side of the coin, Ultimate Junkies, they're a bigger club. You said they train really hard. They get a bit more regular training with their larger core.
Yes, they have training twice a week, I believe, and then they add in dates based on, that's Mark.
The Storm.
The Storm, yes.
The Flying Dutchman. If it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. We met him last night as well, and he's good old conversation and a good target to throw to in the end zone. It seems just the same.
Him and his wife Nancy are both really strong on that team. They were complete newbies a couple of years ago, and then they're forced to reckon with. Committed is the word.
Okay. So committed with a club that's now when you compare that, I'm just trying to get a lay of the land here, the Dubai clubs. You then compare Ultimate Junkies to Tiki Taka.
Yes.
And are those club sizes substantially different? Are those training cultures substantially different?
They're quite similar, actually. Tiki has also a very stringent and consistent training schedule, also training in Zabil Park. So these are the three teams that train in Dubai in Zabil Park.
This is the park that's next to the Dubai frame?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes, it has the frame as the backdrop, so that makes for some good team photos at the end of the night.
It's a beautiful park.
Yes, it is. But yes, we sometimes have trainings together as well.
Okay. Here's Monkey D, as it says on the shirt, but James goes back, all right in front of our booth here. They're playing, gets the up line to go to Val. And back into the hands of James. Goes the hammer, but that's going to curl away. Bounces off the wall and over. So somebody's gonna have to hop a wall to get that disc back in play. So we got a small break here.
Amazing. So tell me about your experience in Dubai. As I understand, this is your first time here.
First time in Dubai. We got off the plane, picked up graciously by Yvette and Kim. And we stayed up quite late because we're 2 hours ahead of our time zone, and we're up till 4 in the morning, kind of just having a chat. And we all met up on this side of the pond too, the ULTI.TV crew, as well as Daan, Marrée, and Sebastian, Rossi. So we all had a bit to chat about. And then the next day, our ULTI.TV crew, we were off on a food tour with Josiah, and We had some really nice gelato. We had some really nice local fare at the Arabian Tea House. We went to the markets, to Gold Souk. Ooh!
There we go.
I get too excited about food, and I almost miss every now and again, but we did not miss Ern Galvez with that beautiful around backhand for the score. But yeah, we were well taken care of, and you know, from the beginning to the end, almost by the time we went to the training, the clinic at the end of the night, there was more. We were going to go here, and then we were like, we could just go back to the hotel now. We've had a big, long day already.
Yeah, the food scene in Dubai is bustling. As you know, there's a lot of culture. Because of so many different nationalities that call Dubai home. So the food scene is quite interesting. There's a lot of I wouldn't call it street food, but, you know, food that's quick to have.
Yeah.
And a lot of fusion, a lot of Michelin-star restaurants called Dubai home as well.
Amazing. Yeah, we had a shawarma as well. I mean,
of course,
you know,
classic.
That's your street style.
Yes.
The Arabian Tea House was a bit more sit down and refined dishes, and a beautiful setting there. Massimo Gelato, if you've never tried that, it is highly recommended. I am a gelato connoisseur, and this one was recommended by people in the gelato world. Like, oh, if you're in Dubai, you must go to Massimo.
Amazing.
So yeah, good fun here in Dubai, and none having more fun than all these players out there sweating it out, trying to work their way towards glory in some iteration or another, whether that means winning the tournament or, you know, winning the hearts of your opponents. Here comes AFT in the turquoise blue kits. Salmani fires the forehand.
Okay.
Looks good. No, defense has. We got another disc off a face. That's 2 in 2 days. I hope he's okay. And they get him in the, not right on the orbital, hopefully not in the eye. Here's another look at it. Off the blocking hand and straight into the face. This is like a thing in Dubai. People getting frisbees in the face.
The thrower on that one, Arun and Nikhil, are related. They are cousins.
All right.
So they have that thing going where they know each other's strengths.
Here's the deep shot hanging up.
And
taken in the back of the end zone.
Beautiful.
Oh, you get a little dance there. How's that dance? Ace Javison gives us a little, well, I don't know how to
jig.
Identify dance moves. A little jig, yeah, that's fair. And the Junkies are up 4-2, so that's 3 in a row. AFT had scored that second goal as a break, and since then the Junkies have said, wait a minute, it's our turn. We're the big brother here. We're the mentors. Older sibling, rather.
Older
maybe not
sibling
big brother.
is right, yes.
And they've put 3 in a row. Let's see, AFT will keep playing. They're not ready to call a timeout of it, but I'd say if the Junkies could manage another, they might have to hit that emergency button.
Strong line from both sides.
And ready to pull. Costello Odessa.
Jeff.
No. Yeah, right. There's 2 with 1. The number 1, that is Jeff Michael Umbe, isn't it?
That's right. That's Jeff. Strong player. Quick runs. Great throwing skills.
Arun goes into the dump space, a zone by the Junkies. We saw them play some zone yesterday. Seems like what they should be playing. A team called Junkies playing some junk. Rachel. goes back into the end zone. Danger is here. Callahan country, as they say. And gets out of Callahan country, but can't get the completion. Goes through the hands of Jerned.
Jerned is one of our newer players.
Up line sticks, and nice and easy for the finish. Ultimate Junkies, another one there. Now it's 5-2. That is 4 in a row. AFT not ready to call the timeout. They're going to keep rolling. And hope to fix this one on the fly. And so do AFT get to play much out of the region, outside of Dubai? Are they a team that travels much, or do they kind of like their ultimate to come to them?
We like our ultimate come to us.
Okay.
We haven't traveled for a tournament yet, but yeah, it's on the cards at some point.
Okay, you got a tournament circled. Is there a specific tournament that you would maybe like to be the first one, or maybe not that deep into the planning?
Not that deep into the plan, but MENA is always one of the highlights that we look forward. I mean, all the teams in Dubai and Abu Dhabi look forward and train for heavy. But with these new tournaments coming up, you never know what can catch your fancy, catch your eye. There's also what's close by, and being in the Middle East helps because you're in the middle of everything. But yes, we've been invited for tournaments in Azerbaijan, and believe even Iran was hosting one. But yes, this is a purely local team.
Here's a deep shot that's going to come back into the field, and it's caught for a goal.
Sticks the landing, nice.
Great catch there. I'm going to love watching the replay. But in a tight contest, Olivia Wu goes up, puts two hands, makes sure of it, good box out. And that's just what they needed. They making themselves feel better about not taking a timeout when you score right after.
Absolutely.
Here's another look. Yeah, great. With that defense was very, very tight.
The defense
excellent
was
concentration
on her mark as well. It's always great to play a team that challenges you and pushes you. And I cannot wait to see the finals. What's your bet?
Well, I mean, I think form would say that Off-Grid and Tiki Taka have been the best two in the tournament. However, schedule would say that they will not likely meet.
That's correct.
They would meet in a semi, I think.
Yes.
So then it would, on the other side, I reckon that Adam Swift will get through TBD and Russ Mixed will get through Airbenders, so those two will play. So I'm going to say it's going to be a rematch of a Universe Point game we had at the very start of the tournament, and have Russ Mixed against Tiki Taka Legacy.
That would be a good game to watch. But yes, the semis are also quite interesting.
Yeah, they will be great semis. Here comes the Junkies. Ooh, and a nice pass. Hits him right in the hands, but he just diverted his attention there and forgot to do the catching part. Here comes the Fit Trackers.
Anand.
To Wu. Wu gets a nice slide out of the big fella, Val. He kicks it out to the sideline, and the forehand had a chance, but bounces off the hands of our Cash. And are they perhaps talking about a foul? Looks like he's showing that hand signals. I think I saw his forearms crossing there. I wasn't sure I saw much contact, but a lot gets past me, I'll say that as well.
Seems like a contested decision.
Well, it is a contested foul, but a maintained call. So that will go back to the thrower.
Some cheering from the sidelines from both teams.
And back into the hands of Wu. Fakes the scuba, but the defense was all over it. Gets that one. And down called, and I think I agree with that as well, and so did the receiver. Kapoor to pick up for the Junkies. Swipes with the forehand fake, leads with the offhand backhand. Inside out, too much on it. A little bit too much tahini.
A little bit.
They get really good tahini here. I mean, it makes sense.
Yes. The
Good
hummus.
saffron, good pistachios. Good God, the pistachio here is awesome.
Have you bought into the Dubai chocolate trend
Of
yet?
course I have. Thanks to Yvette, who is the wondrous coordinator of this tournament. But she had a fixed chocolate bar. Great defense there for me as I landed. She said that she had me sorted for the Dubai viral chocolate, and it was all it's cracked up to be. It was delicious. Absolutely incredible. Kanafa.
Yes. The hype is so real. To book the chocolate, there's a certain time slot where you can order it, and it gets sold out really fast. Yeah. Understandably so.
Don't let it slip past you. And I must say, I did eat it next to a fake, so we had a legit and a fake. And as much as the real one is that much better, the fake ones ain't so bad either. Like, they're still very good. But yes, the real deal, it is a difference maker for sure. And there's a goal for the Junkies. They're on the board again, up 6-3 now, doubling up on AFT. Slowly just pushing a little further and further ahead here, but asserting their elder sibling dominance on the juniors, little by little. And as a younger sibling, I don't respect elder sibling dominance whatsoever.
As an older sibling,
Yeah, watch yourself, Christina.
So one of the advantages, or I don't know if it's a con, of having teams that know each other is that you know the plays and you know what they're going for, versus when you meet a team that's not in the region. Perhaps the only thing you can go by is stuff on social media, but you don't know what they're coming with, what they have in their arsenal.
We got a dog on screen. We always get excited about that here at ULTI.TV. Oh, there they go, a little jumpy. Yeah, it's true. The only other way you can know what your opponents might be up to is go back into the archives of ULTI.TV and see if they've played on on stream. But yeah, it's certainly a disadvantage. The more you're, common opposition is great. You get this rivalry, and sometimes you can overcome the fact that they know your strengths and your weaknesses by playing harder because you want to beat them that much more. But most certainly, the common opponents will be able to strategize that much more against one another based on tendencies and knowledge of skill sets and matchups and So the more they know each other, the more they can really fine-tune game planning.
The known enemy.
Yeah. Initiating throw
That's
goes
Nancy.
high, but there's a backup
Ooh.
plan. And the backup plan goes way into the backfield. There was a deep cut, and somebody's left all alone because there was a 2-on-1, but now it's all caught up. The poach has gone back to their assignment. Wee goes back and forth. Now to the middle. Deep shot. No, that's not going to work. Not enough on it. That had a bit too much inside out, and it needed to be outside in.
The thrower there was Coach Mike. He is a big, well-known in the fitness community as well. He handles all of Junkies' trainings and keeps them in tip-top shape.
Yeah, he looks like a rig. Oh, Coach Mike. AFT from their own coffin corner, and that's a throw that doesn't give them much advantage, so Junkies will have a short field, maybe about 15 meters away from the end zone on the pickup. Kanso cuts up line, and some help defense shuts it down. The deep layout required, now a pickup 2 meters away. And Kanso says, enough of this. We haven't had a timeout yet. I know those commentators are dying for a break. Let's give them a break. Just kidding. It's not for us. It's for them. They're working hard out there. But while they take a break, we'll take one too. And we'll be back with more action after this.
I'm Steph Pazzo, and I must eat.
Sometimes commentator, sometimes food eater.
On my ultimate travels in 2023, I sampled culinary classics from all across Europe,
Oh, wow.
guided by some of your favorite ultimate players.
That's the Dutch hospitality for you right there.
I'll give you an insight into the secret spots that only the locals know of.
Are these the best schnitzels in Vienna?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Go find Steph Pazzo on YouTube. Like and subscribe and follow the European Ultimate Must Eat series.
Oh my goodness. That is unbelievable. And created the net and made for it.
That was absolutely incredible.
There are so many reasons to outfit your team in Force beyond just looking the part of a champion. Force offers professional design services with their dedicated graphics team. All apparel is produced in France. Force works with a local labour team and their raw materials are sourced in Europe. Force insists on transparency with no hidden fees and international express shipping. Look the part and play the part with Force Sportswear.
6-3 the scoreline. Junkies up a double on AFT as Kanso goes for the super sharp break line and overdoes it, as AFT will pick it up in their own end zone with another chance. We're checking in with the chat here. Eunice Santos, shout out. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Eunice.
Let's go, Tina. That's what I'm talking about. We're happy to have her join. So we're happy that you're happy too. Kanso on the pickup. This
AFC feeling the pressure
This
there.
one will work. There it is. The pressure felt. And Junkies take advantage of it. That makes it 7-3.
It's also a very mental thing, I feel, when you're faced with giants in the field, how you stick to your game plan. and not let the opponents take you for theirs. So, yeah, you could be doing all the right things, but if your headspace isn't in the right frame of mind or in the right space, then it won't add up. Yeah. Another strong line coming in from the Junkies.
Junkies stacking it up. 7-3 scoreline. And we got one injured player on AFT there.
That's the coach. He's not playing today. He was supposed to be.
He helped us out with the rosters.
He did, yes. That's Shrimal.
Shrimal.
Yes.
He's a lovely man.
Coach Shrimi. He is also a fitness geek, and just at one of the trainings last week, he hurt his knee, so he had to be taken off the roster, I believe.
Ay, ay, ay. There he is.
There he is.
Helped out with the rosters.
He's also the one calling the line today.
Uh-oh. You better be in his good book, so you're going to be riding the pine on the bench. Don't want that. Well, actually, today I wouldn't mind riding the pine. Yeah, I'll take another sub. You guys don't need me yet. It's not that important yet.
I think it's better to play the early games as it gets to 12. Woo! Yesterday, the heat.
Yesterday, I think the highest I saw was 39 degrees. The day before, the highest I saw was 41 degrees.
Right.
All of those levels of degrees are hotter than I'm comfortable.
Offense or defense?
And it is AFT pulling. This is second half action.
Cheering from the sidelines. There we go. Great flow.
The flow of their play almost
uninterrupted.
Yeah, and almost as stylish as the flow of Reg Kapoor's hair glass hat combo, because he's got some serious flow from the sideline on this point. But yeah, that was a nice way to start the second half. Bing bang boom, bing 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 boom, goal.
Goal, yes.
That's the playbook. Let's do the bing bang bing boom bang bing boom play.
They're bringing out their stuff now. The players that make good chemistry.
So games are 70 minutes or to 15. Now I say this, I emphasize 15 because yesterday I said it was games to 13 and we ended a game broadcast before the game was actually over, and then we had to come back into the game.
Right.
So now
we know
are
better.
Clear as crystal. Games to 15. You get some more friends in the chat. Angeline Moralita.
Jelly, yes. Glenn, hi. Great to have you on here watching.
And AFT, where that pull went out of bounds.
Can we use this to our advantage is the question. Hot in junkie territory.
Here is the inbound initiation. Wide open. Oh, nice hands. That is Rachel makes a great catch because there's a lot of pressure coming down. And another great catch. Oh, no. I thought it was another great catch. That must have been a ground strip. It looked like that was in the hands.
That did look like it was in her hands, but she didn't have control of it. But that was a good play.
Unfortunate result, but yes, definitely a good play. They're working hard out there, AFT. Leading throw goes Danielle Trixie. But now back to AFT. Take the wide open dump. Mohan. And now Hunt. Opens up. And that one is knocked away. That's one of those ones where you say catch your D's, because it almost bounced back into a completion.
That's Ern. He's one of the giants of UJ, or the Junkies as we call them. To Trixie.
That's Galvez again. Her fires. Nice throw. And all
completely open.
And for the goal, AJ Yap. That makes it 9-3. Junkies pouring it on. Another 3 in a row for the Junkies. Is there a captain or a single figure on the Junkies who kind of is the talisman or the, either the captain or the founder of the club?
I'm not quite sure of the founder, but the leadership team has Coach Mike in it.
Right.
It also has Jinky, who's the one in the orange cap on the sidelines.
Okay.
Jinky is a very strong player as well. And then it's Ern, and Ern we saw on the field earlier.
Ern Galvez.
Yes, that's right.
Through that deep throw, the hockey assist, if you will.
Yes.
The throw before the score.
And we also have Louis, who is, I don't see him today, but he was here yesterday, I believe.
Excellent stuff. We got, all you in the chats looking for more out of AFT, perhaps. Want it to be tidier and cleaner.
I believe this is our first ever televised game.
Ooh.
So
bright lights, big city.
Aha. We're feeling the pressure of that as well.
Couple completions to kick off the possession. Nikhil finds another. That's Mohit. And
nice.
Squeaks one over to Wu.
Whoop.
And the wind does its part to take away the Euro disc, official game disc.
It is quite, compared to yesterday, it's less windy.
Oh, for sure. It is
there
substantially
we go.
less
the
windy
Dutchman.
than yesterday. Oh, lekker. He's got himself a goal.
Nice.
Get that man
Very
a stroke
clean.
waffle. Nice goal, nice assist. The big fella, Storm in the end zone. And he said he's lived a little bit of all over as well. Was introduced to Ultimate in India and really only started properly playing since he's lived here in Dubai.
Yes.
But yes, has bounced around with a little bit of nomadic nature to his life.
He's also one of the kinder people on the field. He's always quick with a good, kind word, even when you fumble the throw or. Because Lord knows I've had my share of those, but he's very kind and supportive on and off the field, which is very nice to have.
Well, I can vouch for the same off the field. He was kind when I met him at the bar last night. I opened up knowing him, telling in jest how much I hate Dutch people. Because my colleague, the man behind the camera and production, we got Milan and Felix on the ones and twos here, but Milan is the Dutchman.
Right.
And I was very jokingly saying, I can't stand Dutch people.
Well, he's
and
doing...
Mark kind of, him and his wife were like, gave me a little bit of a dirty eye, and it's like, I am very much joking.
Thank you so much for your work. He's doing exceptional on the camera.
And great little lane block by Ziza, and really took that huck away, just maybe 5 meters out of the hand. Now they're about 15 away. Let's go to Coach Mike. Mike, quick, great finish.
There we go.
AJ Yap with the goal. And it's 11-3 for the Junkies. And while we keep engaging with you viewers back home, make sure you hit that like button. It's so easy to do. And if you are a new viewer with us at ULTI.TV, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're getting your updates and you're with us as we follow the ultimate scene all around, well, mostly Europe, but really the world.
We're so glad you could come to Dubai. We're really excited when we heard that ULTI.TV was going to be covering this, because you're so well established in the ultimate community around the world. And this is how global the sport is and how amazing it is to see you guys here.
Well,
in our humble
feel
little...
the love. We feel the love. We're very well received. And it's why we do it. We love the most elite versions of Ultimate for sure, but it's nothing without the grassroots, the tournaments abroad, the spread of communities, and I think you get that here. Where, you know, it is definitely a smaller, tighter overall community here, but you still get the elite teams. The top teams here are very, very good, well-rounded ultimate clubs.
And we love it when talent comes down to do clinics and, you know, just to play with us, you know, and to give us some insight on how to be better at the game.
Yeah, how to do it differently. I mean, that's the beauty of traveling to play. Whether you just play against a team you've never seen before that do things different, whether you add a player to your team or go jump on another team.
Perspective is just unbelievable.
Nice catch there. I thought he was in, but he's on the goal line. And shaking that backhand pivot, goes to center. And the Junkies on the doorstep, still not in. Now
there we
should
go.
do it. And they are. She can take a nap down there. Nice finish there. The catch by Jen Kalanda. And that makes it 12-3. So the Junkies have really asserted their dominance now. The AFT was swinging hard at the start. They got that second break. They had a lead in this game, but since
lost
then...
their mojo.
Yeah, they lost their mojo. Maybe Junkie just said, no. It's
Not today.
our mojo. Don't even start thinking you've got possessive
Not today.
nature of it. And a big welcome to all of you who have tuned in and jumped over from New Zealand. We know many of you watching the finals in New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships. As we talk about our global nature, this open women, not mixed. This is the first weekend ever a ultimate broadcast has been in 3 continents on the same weekend. We're shooting live in New Zealand, which is just finished up. We're shooting live here in Dubai, and we are shooting live in France in the mixed division. So it's you can really just, I mean, you don't have to leave home all weekend long, really. It's pretty much 24-hour ultimate this weekend. Who doesn't love that? Oh, bibbity bobbity boo. That one was held up for a second, but not with all the right parts. Led towards the corner. Junkies can really put the pressure on here. Make it a 10-point lead if they can manage another goal. And a little bit of contact on the mark, but doesn't slow things down. Ooh!
Nice defense by Rachel.
Block.
Brilliant stuff. Do they have a chance?
Fakes the hammer, goes around. Nice give and go. There's Hunt, who had the hand block, sends it, and a kill. And what do we got? A travel?
Travel call.
We got a travel. Long jumps into that one. Woo. Goes around to the panda shirt, Mohan. Now Wu inside. Shalmani.
Woo! Nice. Nice recovery. Let's go.
Val.
Oh no.
And he moonwalks his way to a horizontal position. But he's back up, ready for more. Disc is in. Ooh, give and go.
A fumble.
Hand in the cookie jar there, yeah, but foul.
Oh, foul. Uncontested. Is he going for the long one? He is.
Now all alone. Here come the troops, though. So no stall count issues. Lead for goal.
Oh.
Too much on it. And AFT will go again. Timeout taken by AFT. They're going to have a little drink, get their hydration up, and think about things. We'll take a short break, too, and we'll be back with more to tail this one off.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my! Somehow they do it!
Eurodisc, the official disc of the Dubai Invite, and doing lots to support broadcasts and keep ultimate as visible as possible with their 100% organic discs. So go check them out. If they're at any tournament you're at, it's very likely they've got their disc printer there, and you can get custom printed discs. Get your team photo right on the disc, right then and there. So make sure you're following along with what they're doing. As AFT, after the timeout, they're looking at a Ultimate Junkies junk zone.
Adjusting to it by changing their stack strategy, but is it enough?
Hunt goes to Nikhil. Nikhil goes over the top with the backhand. And back to Nikhil with that floppy fisherman hat. He wants it again, gets it again from Val. Now Wu. Nikhil. Center to Wu.
Playing with a bit more flow now.
And they bombed one and not enough on it. Looking for Hunt. And so it'll go back to the Junkies. Now, it's been a long point. Remember, we've had a timeout in the midst of this
That
point,
is
too.
true.
It was already long.
That is true.
And now we're on a
Oh, there we go.
second turn.
Catch your defenses.
Junkies get away with one there, and they maintain possession. That one to Ksebi. And then Lordian goes
Jeff with it.
low,
Oh,
too
Jeff.
low, and AFT will pick up.
Can they stick this one?
Wu steps around the mark to Hunt. Now into the backfield. Mohan to Nikhil.
Floppy hat, as you called him.
An old floppy hat there.
There we go, Val.
Val, we could call him Do-Rag. And Nikhil.
To Fazy with the stripy socks.
And he goes low. Nikhil, can the Paddington Bear floppy hat get the job done? They're still working. Panda trying to find an opening. Goes wide, hits Nikhil. The foot block came up, but to no avail. Were you saying the name of the player who scored?
Both.
Yes.
I would like to think that it was smart enough for me to say both.
It was a play on words, a celebration, and a credit given. Olivia Wu with the goal, and Wu for the goal. AFT get it done, and bring it to 12-4.
Not going easy as they shouldn't. Still got some fight in them. But the Junkies are putting up quite a strong line again. What is your next game?
Our next tournament, next game here
In this one, yes.
is the Kuwait national team taking on Tiki Taka Legacy, who have featured widely on our broadcast since we've been here.
As they rightly should. They are one of the best in the region, and they have won MENA a couple of times.
All right, let's let them shine then. And yes, so that will be a quarterfinal. The remaining quarterfinals, for those of you following at home, would be Adam Swift against TBD, Russ Mixed against the Airbenders, and Virtuoso Ultimate taking on the super strong Off-Grid.
Virtuoso is a team that's based in Abu Dhabi, one of our other cities in the UAE. They're also quite strong and predominantly Filipino-based, but a mix, as it is in this region.
Storms into the under. Next throw gets a gainer, then the shot for goal hits.
Showing them how it's done.
And the Junkies make that one look easy.
Too easy.
13-4, 58 minutes and 20 seconds into this contest, so there's still 11 minutes, just more than 10 by the time the poll's up. Enough time for them to get their next 2 goals to end this on points, but also enough time for AFT to put up the resistance and not let them win, or not let them win by points. Extend the game as long as possible. Of course, we will have that quarterfinal matchup next. Then there'll be a break in the action. Then you're going to see a semifinal. Then a plate final, which is the second bracket final. Then you'll see the bronze medal game, and then the final, of course. So all the action coming up after the break, or after this game. It really is. We're getting into the pointy end of the tournament now.
Nice long day of Ultimate. Lots of good lineups as well. Really looking forward to some of them.
And here comes the poll, you would think. And having a look at that game disc. And sent into the Dubai skies. Wu on the pickup. Mohan back to Wu. Low and hits James.
Junkies with the man defense.
We tend to say match defense rather than man.
Oh, okay.
Or
good
person.
to know.
Some people say person defense, but
right.
I prefer match.
Match defense.
Yes. The person
Unlocking
across
some
from you.
Learning here today.
Yes. For obvious reasons. It's not always a man on a man.
That's true. That's true. Very inclusive now. James with the disc.
The around to Wu. Now into the hands of Sebastian Arun.
Arun is a player who is used to live in Dubai and has now moved to Oman, which is a neighboring country.
Oh man.
He has, oh man, he has flown in for this.
That's awesome. Love the travel commitments always.
As have many of the teams at today's tournament.
Wu with the disc, floats one over. That one lands in the hands of Mohan. And through the hands of James. James waits on the mark. Not sure that's...
Let's see where that's going.
I think that there could have been a foul
nice
on the
and
throw,
easy.
but it doesn't even matter because it was perfect. And landed right in the hands. We get a little dap out of the receiver there. Looks like Anthony Fan. I'm a big fan of that celebration. And that makes it 14, 10-point lead, 1 goal to play. Game point for the Junkies. So you will be sticking around with the team all day, of course, yes, with AFT?
Yes, and hanging out to watch some of the semifinals, and definitely the Tiki matches are one to watch.
Okay, you'll be here for the final, the big match.
Absolutely, wouldn't miss it.
Wouldn't miss it, the showdown.
This is a great day of Ultimate, great 2 days, rather, and yeah, why not get some sunshine in while we can, right?
Well, I'll be trying my best to stay out of the sun, to be honest, but
Yeah.
but I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
It takes some getting used to, but it is a beautiful day.
It is. It's today is nicer than yesterday at this stage of the day.
Absolutely.
I think I can say that. I may be, kicking myself for saying anything of the sort in a few hours. But until then, I'm happy to say it's a lovely morning right now. And I'm not sure if that pull was assisted to the ground. If it was, potentially a turnover. But I didn't quite catch it, but something happened. And here's the bomb, the forehand, 2 defenders, and Kanso knocks it away. And they start with the disc. Low and given straight back.
Floppy hat, nickel.
And one good turn deserves another. Pick up, and Junkies, or AFT rather, hustle to get back into defensive position and prevent the easy goal. But Junkies keep pushing. Salingay sends to the end zone. Could this be the game? It could! And the ultimate Junkies take the first game and advance through towards the plate semis. A great win, convincing of course, but
absolutely
good fight by AFT.
Definitely some things to go back home and learn from, but overall I think the Junkies put up a really strong line consistently and did their textbook plays, which of course is crucial in cinching the win.
Thanks to all you at home for staying with us, for smashing that like button, for jumping in the chats, and in general for being on ULTI.TV's YouTube channel, watching the action from Dubai. That is, there is that pull we saw. That's not allowed. So when they see that, when they watch that back, they'll know for next time that
they'll know for next time. Yes.
But the action has all settled in. Next up, as we said, quarterfinals, so make sure you're back with us. Don't go too far. Top up your drinks, coffees, go take care of any little bits of business that need tending to, and get right back to your screen for more action.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
It's been a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's been a pleasure to have you, Christina. You can come back anytime. Let us know how your day goes. If you get some freedom, just give a tap on the shoulder, and we'd love to have you back. But thanks for all your insights on the local scene and the teams here. We would have been lost without you, so a pleasure.
I doubt that, but thank you. Thank you for the flattery.
And for Christina, I've been Stefan Rapazzo. Thank you for joining us. We'll catch you next time.
It's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work. You always make me feel like, oh yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about, yeah, you got me feeling some type of way, you make me wanna stay in all day, you're the reason I can't get out my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. 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 I just can't stop thinking about you.
Head underwater, I'm falling back into you. I thought we'd be smarter. I got nothing.
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, ultimate.
It's alive!
ULTI.TV.
For you to prove me wrong, you're changing our colors again and again. I could never let you go. Something about you feels so different, makes me wanna risk it every time I look at you.